that was what Brian was talking about earlier. This led to the creation of the OnePlus 3 and the 3T, products rated by consumers and the press as two of the best phones of that year. So after 2016, OnePlus was back for real. And earlier this year, we released the OnePlus 5. It represented everything that we'd learned and was our most complete phone ever. It's been received positively by both the users and the media. And here are some comments from our users. And here are some comments from the media. So we talked a lot about our history, but now it's time to bring it back into the present. I know a lot of you are excited about a particular announcement that we're making today. We don't believe in new and different technologies if they don't provide a meaningful user benefit. When we make a product decision, we ask ourselves, would this technology enable us to release a superior product? If the answer is yes, we should do it as soon as possible. Like software, hardware is always changing. If you had a great software update, you wouldn't wait half a year just to release it. So why would you wait with hardware? It's about delivering the latest technology today. And this is our approach with the T line. But what does T actually mean? To be honest, our team just had a little bit of fun. There's a certain other company that has an S line, and S plus 1 equals T. And hey, we're OnePlus, right? So without further ado, this is the OnePlus 5T.
Open your eyes. The things you see today are tomorrow's ancient history. If you are not a part of the evolution when the view changes, you'll fall behind. Technology is always in motion. It is in our nature to see it, capture it, share it. The innovations of tomorrow are made possible today. Open your eyes. Can you see it? Let us capture it together.
So what do you think? Isn't it beautiful? The screen is amazing, and I know we're a little bit late to the game. We're not the first brand to have come out with an immersive screen, but most of you here should be aware of some of the recent controversies surrounding smartphone displays. We all know how hard it is to get the screen right. We wanted to wait until we could get the quality screen that matches our expectations and yours. And now, I'd like to invite Simon, our product manager, to talk about what's new with the OnePlus 5T.
Thank you, Kar. Hi, everyone. My name is Simon, and as one of product managers at OnePlus, I was involved in development of OnePlus 5T. And the thing that gets me excited the most is our new display. When we decided to release OnePlus 5T, it didn't sound like such a big deal, but when you actually go hands-on with it, it's incomparable to anything else I had used before. It's hard to describe just how much more immersive and natural the feeling is once you switch from 16:9 ratio to 18:9 ratio display. The closest comparison I can think of is switching from a tube TV to a wide flat screen. That moment deeply changed the way we look at our television, and it's the same with our new full optic AMOLED display. It's impossible for me to switch back to a smaller one. When we launched the OnePlus One, many of our users were a little bit concerned whether the 5.5 inches display is not too big to handle. And now we're releasing a phone with 6 inches display, and probably many of you have the same concern. But the OnePlus 5T screen is 12.5% larger than the one you can find on OnePlus 5, but the form factor of the device remains the same, so it's no larger than OnePlus 5. When you're using OnePlus 5, though, numbers don't really matter, because what you will notice most is how much more immersive the display is. It truly feels like you are a part of next technological leap forward. Since adopting AMOLED display 3 years ago, our display has been gotten better and better, and we are confident that with OnePlus 5T, we are bringing the best OnePlus display yet. Have you guys ever struggled to use phone under the harsh light? I hope so, because now we have a solution for this problem. Our new full optic AMOLED display features new sunlight display that adapts automatically to ambient light and create an optimal viewing experience depending on what you're doing. So when you're gaming, contrast is increased to help you focus, and similar adjustments are done when you are browsing gallery or taking a photo. Sunlight display adjusts the screen to best fit your experience, as well as keep your screen clear in harsh light. While many of our users enjoy our default screen calibration, we know that it's very important to be able to give users an opportunity to adjust. So our sRGB and DCI-P3 display calibration both have been carefully optimized to display a specific color space. Our work with OnePlus 5T took us in several directions. We were confident that we can deliver an immersive display, but exactly how the display would affect other key components was a learning process. And finally, we decided to move fingerprint scanner on the back of the device. It made sense because the display looks and feel way more immersive when there is no obstructions on the front. But since the OnePlus 2, we've always had fingerprint scanner on the front, as this is very natural place for thumb, especially when the phone is face up on the table. So actually having to move it to the back sucked but sometimes you have no choice but to compromise. Except we didn't, because we always had double tap to wake. I'm sure you guys are not sure what I'm talking about, but let me show you. And the phone is unlocked. And I suppose you have not seen what just happened. Focus on this little smiley. This is our new feature, which we call Face Unlock. With the Face Unlock, you can unlock your phone in just 0.4 seconds. Let's look at it one more time. It is basically instant, and it's one of the fastest facial recognition features on any smartphone. It is also incredibly reliable. By memorizing over 100 facial identifiers, Face Unlock can detect your face when you're wearing a scarf or making a funny face. I'm quite good at making funny faces, so I would like to show you guys. It's unlock as well. As long as Face Unlock can detect your eyes and nose, it's 99% success rate. However, safety is our primary concern, and we refuse to take any risk. So you can use your Face Unlock to unlock your device, but it won't work with apps that require sensitive information like payment apps. For those, you can rely on our speedy fingerprint scanner. Next, let's talk about design. A seamless all-metal chassis ensures that the OnePlus 5T is both functionally and visually slim, comfortable to hold, and extremely durable. It's pretty common, though, for a smartphone these days to look like an uninspired brick. So we did two things to avoid that. First, we arced the design of the OnePlus 5T, making the phone more ergonomic and flexible. Second, we brought back the horizon line, a continuous hard edge that emphasizes strength and agility by dividing the phone body into two halves. One cast in light, the other one in shadow, for a truly stunning effect. Next up, we have an alert slider. It's easy to access and adjust. You don't even need to pick your phone out of your pocket. You can quickly set your phone to 3 notification profiles. Ring to receive all, do not disturb to receive priority calls, and silent when you really need to focus. And of course, there's something else we need to talk about. Yeah. By your reaction, I can understand that many of you guys still use headphones with 3.5mm jack, right? Yeah. And that goes for most members of our community. Choice of headphone model is incredible, and there's a pair of headphones for every pair of ears, but the one thing that they have in common is the 3.5mm plug. And the number of USB Type-C accessories is still too limited to be considered a decent alternative. And that's why, of course, headphone jack will continue to feature on our devices until that happens. The OnePlus 5T, with its incredible immersive screen, is absolutely stunning. But just watching me use it on a big stage does not do the trick, so we recommend you guys to take your hands on the device soon and try it yourself. Another area I like to focus on is the camera. We are very proud to have one of the best dual camera setups on any smartphone. Based on what we have learned about our users and the way they use their camera, we have decided to improve 2 key aspects of the OnePlus 5T's dual camera. The first one is low light performance, and the second is portrait photography. In terms of hardware, the OnePlus 5T uses the same main camera as we all loved on OnePlus 5, but the second sensor is improved and now features the focal of 1.7, allowing the camera to capture more light and shoot clearer photos in low light conditions. But that's not all we've done to make sure your low light photos looks better than ever. You probably already know that a sensor can only capture a specific amount of pixels of any given size, and the size of these pixels influence how the low light photography looks like. And to improve the low light performance, we have integrated what we call intelligent pixel technology in the OnePlus 5T's secondary lens. When ambient light drops to about 10 lux, the OnePlus 5T switches to a secondary rear lens, which combines 4 pixels into one to capture more light and improve the clarity of the photos. Here are some low light photos shot on the OnePlus 5T. If you like to check them out, just visit OnePlus/snaps. But what about the portrait mode? On the OnePlus 5, it was one of the best received features we released. So, of course, we are bringing back to the OnePlus 5T, and it's better than ever. Both lenses on the OnePlus 5T's dual camera have the same focal length, and it allows you to capture more details in a background when shooting portraits. But that's not all. We've made a serious improvements to the software of the camera to improve the clarity of your photos.